Alright people, I'm in my Jag now, just heading back home from Lowe's. Had to get a dowel because I'm going to make some bucket mice traps. Anyway, this might be a boring video, but I'm just going to explain something to you about me. I'm a little bit different than most of the YouTubers out there that are car guys. For one, I don't speed. I've been driving, I'm 32 now, and so I've been driving for 16 years, and I've never gotten a speeding ticket. Not for lack of trying. When I was a teenager, I sped all the time, but since I have grown up, I made a rule for myself that I can get up to the speed limit as fast as I want, within reason. But I don't exceed the speed limit. So it's real annoying for some people when they're behind me. They think that I'm going to keep going, but I stop accelerating at the speed limit. So sorry if you're annoyed by that, but that's my personal rule that I live by, and it has saved me a lot on insurance and on tickets, because I don't get tickets, or haven't been getting tickets ever. So it's quite nice for me. Another thing, I don't rip it in my cars. I don't go full send, as Cletus might say. I mean, I do on occasion, but it's not a regular occurrence. It's maybe once every 2 to 3 months I'll go full send in my Jag, for instance. I just don't do it because I have to work on my own cars and pay for my own stuff, and it just costs a lot of money to work on a car, and I'd rather not have to cause myself a headache in the sake, or in the name of a short-term amount of fun. So I save those for special occasions. Now, having said that, I'm about to go through a tunnel, and I'm going to rip it a little bit in the tunnel. So I went from 20 to 30. Speed limit on this road's 30. Anyway, let's see. But that's a secret right there for you if you're interested in not getting pulled over. Ask any cop about that. They'll probably congru. I don't know what I'm saying. They'll probably concur with what I just said. If you just obey the speed limits wherever you go, you are a lot less likely to get pulled over. And so that's what I do, and I don't get pulled over. What else is going on? So I mentioned in a previous video that I was going to buy, or I had just bought, the Subaru, and I was planning on doing an LS swap in that thing, and I've kind of been back and forth on that because it's quite a big project to do, and with that car, it's not really made for that much power. I'd have to do a whole lot of other modifications to the car so it can handle the power levels that I would want to have in that car. So I have kind of decided to hold off on that thought. I'm just going to drive my Jag and be happy with it until it dies, and then I'll probably just LS swap this car. Partially because it's built to handle the power levels that I want. I don't want anything crazy. Like, I'd be happy with 450 horsepower or 500 horsepower. It'd be totally fine for me. I'm just not that power crazy. I like to have fun, but there's a certain level of power where it's a little bit much for a guy like me, where I don't rip it that often, and I don't speed, so having a whole lot of power would make it hard for me to keep my rules. It was hard at first with the Jag, and then I got used to it, and I just drive it very nicely all the time, carefully, calmly. Not quite grandpa-ish, because I do accelerate up to the speed limit at a good rate, which is still part of my rule. In a few, probably 30 seconds to a minute here, I'm going to be going over a bridge, and I'll be hanging it in second gear over the bridge. So hopefully you'll be able to hear the engine a little bit better through that. It's a bridge where the speed limit's 35, and pretty much everybody that goes over this bridge goes 45 or 50. So this is going to annoy people around me, but that's okay though. I just want to hear my car. Here it comes. And I hope that it picks up the sound, because, I don't know, I think it sounds pretty good. So now I'm off the bridge, and hopefully you have enjoyed that. That's the end of the video.